Welcome to the Modern Savvy CPA, where financial expertise meets the cutting edge of digital age. I'm Sherron, your host, a certified public accountant, here to guide you through the intricate web of numbers and regulations, offering a fresh perspective of the ever-evolving world of finance. This is Sherron, the Modern Savvy CPA, and we're going to continue our talk on this video regarding inflation and how to combat it and what it is. So last video we talked about what inflation is, and basically inflation is when supply outweighs when the demand for something outweighs supply, we have an inflationary environment, which is what we're going through right now. So we just talked about gold as one of the precious metals and one of the most stable type of investments that you can use. The second thing that I want to talk to you guys about is slashing your insurance expense. So now this is one of the things that's near and dear to my heart also. We in America have a big issue with insurance. Down here where I live in the state of Florida, we have a bigger issue with insurance. You know, I found that insurance is running amok in general. On a national level, I feel like health insurance is running amok. On a state level, I feel like my homeowner's insurance is running amok. On an overall level, I feel like my auto insurance is running amok. So I think such a large part of my budget goes to insurance, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves. So if you're like most Americans, you're like me. You're probably paying way too much for car insurance. But shopping around, looking for a better deal can be a hassle. You know, so you want to make sure that, you know, you are looking at what you research your insurance all the time. Like I am about to get a new roof. The tiles are on my roof right now. They're just not on my roof. So it's almost ready. I can feel it. Since December of 2022, I have contracted to get my roof done. And now it is October 2023 when I'm filming this video, and my roof is still not completed. Without that, I can't get my insurance. So I'm excited to shop for new homeowners insurance, and hopefully I don't lose my pants and my underwear, you know, maybe just my pants. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see. So one of the things that you should do is re-look at all of your insurance policies, see how you can make that a little more affordable for you. Try to reduce where you have too much. So that's one of the ways that you can work on an inflationary environment is look at reducing your insurance so you can reduce the cost of insurance. You need to look at your debt. Inflation has already made stuff more expensive. Don't rub salt in your room to adding a 20% interest on your credit cards, because most credit cards are between 20 and 30% of interest if you have rolling balances. So you need to make sure that you are not adding to the inflationary price. So if you're buying a dress for $20, you want to make sure that you're not adding 20% to that dress by putting it on a credit card because you couldn't have afforded to buy it in the first place. You are capable of paying off your own debt. Do it. You are capable, do it. Have a plan to do it if you can't do it all at once. But always keep track of what you debt. Inflation or not, you need to be looking at your debt, and don't let your debt destroy you. You know, so you want to make sure you're doing that. You want to make sure that if you need to see a professional about it, get that. Especially if you don't know what you're doing or you don't know where to start looking into it. Start getting educated about it. You know, knowledge is power. So anything that you want to do in life, you can learn on how to do it, how to get it done, or get the right person to help you do it. Borrow from yourself if you need to. So one of the things that I think that if you really need the money, you know, this is number 4, you know, you spent years building equity in your house. That's one of the things that is still there, as opposed to the housing crash of 2005, 6, 7, and 8. You know, most homes have equities in it. So if you really need to do it, borrow from your home equity and take advantage of that, you know. depending on what your interest rate is. If you were able to refinance and get a 3 or 4% interest rate, you might want to think twice about borrowing from your home if you need to, But if you're 65 or older and owned your own home, you can get a reverse mortgage. If you need to do that, that's one of the ways to combat inflation, because this is a government insured loan and it's convenient. It can be converted into a home equity, but not without selling your home. So if you need to do this, these are just steps. If you need the money, this is one of the ways to combat inflation. Take money however you like, monthly lump sum, or whichever way to make sure that your living expenses remain the same. But before you do, we're going down the steps of the things that you can do to combat inflation. You start at the beginning and you come down. These steps, you start first and then you come down if you need to make these steps. You want to also remain in your own home, and if you're going to do a reverse mortgage, you want to make sure that when you're doing it, you can repay your loan at whatever time. This is a step. I never recommend doing this unless you really, really, really need to do this. Number 5, I would say, get a second set of eyes on things. Even if you are a successful investor for decades, there comes a time in life when you want to, and I personally think that time is routine. There comes a time in life when you want to get a second opinion. You want to have a professional maybe look at your stuff. Even for me, when I'm looking at things, I have a team of professional CPAs, investment advisors that I ask to look at things for me. I never wear many hats because I believe you need expert advice and you need the expert talking to you. They look at things differently. You want to make sure that some people over 25 years can have $1.2 million that they're managing themselves, but if they're using a professional, it might be $4 million. So you want to be able to look at that. Obviously, there's no guarantee that the professional can do better, but always getting a pro to look at your stuff and giving you some advice and consulting with someone to reevaluate what your plan is. Create your plan, reevaluate your plan, making sure you've maximized on your Social Security, protect your assets, having the peace of mind. All of those things is what you would need a second eye for. Those are the things that you would come to someone like me for, to start off telling you, okay, look at your overall picture. Why don't you, what I would say is I would look at because I don't have any skin in the game. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just going to look at your stuff, tell you where I think you should be looking, tweaking, not tweaking, the people that you need to go to get the expert advice. I don't believe in getting expert advice on people that wear many hats. So if you need, I can look at your overall picture, but I will tell you need to go. If you need to pick the right stock, or you need to maximize more, or your risk level is a little higher and you want to invest a little more riskier, go see this investment guy, go see this insurance guy, go see this retirement guy, go see this real estate person. These are all experts in their field that a good financial consultant will tell you where you need to go to get that advice and how you need to allocate that stuff. So, these days there's no cost online things that you could do. And the other thing I talk about, vet your people that you're listening to, vet even the online resources that you're using, ask questions, all works that you see online is not, they'll tell you half of the story, part of the story, or only a little part of the story, and the part of the story that they're telling you does not even apply to you. So you want to make sure that you're looking at these things. In a lot of cases you can have consultation, but all that glitters is not gold. So make sure that the person that's looking at you the first time is looking at your overall picture. Start with your overall picture and have that trusted advisor send you to the right places to look at, because that person should not be the person with any skin in the game, but your most benefit. That consultant should be, that advisor should only have your benefit advice. They shouldn't be selling you stock. They shouldn't be selling you insurance. They shouldn't be getting kickbacks from insurance or stock or real estate or anything like that. They should just look at your stuff, think about where you're at, and help you to not lose, but ways that you could potentially diversify and gain. Make more money. Okay, how do we make more money? You can make more money investing in a few different things. Commercial real estate, apartment buildings, real estate, regular real estate, rental real estate, Yeah, those used to be things that you would make more money on. I still think they somewhat are things. I'm a true believer in investing in real estate. I believe when you're paying rent, you're paying someone else's mortgage. So your first home should be the first thing that you're investing. Most kids come out of college and they're ready to buy the biggest car, the biggest and baddest car. No. If you don't have your own home and you're renting or you're living with mom and dad, you should not be buying the biggest car. You need to be looking at investing in your first home first. You need to, you need to be looking at that. You need to be making sure that you're looking at that. You want to be, whatever it is that you're looking into doing, make sure that your return is at least the average rate of inflation or above. So, if you're looking at money markets and savings accounts that you're thinking about right now where you want to keep your money, you do not want to have most of your money in a checking account. You do not, having your money in a checking account or having it in just a regular bank is like having it under the mattress. You're losing money, and they're probably charging you $10 a month or $20 a month for doing that. So you want to make sure that you are not doing that you are at least investing your money, putting your money somewhere where it's at the rate of inflation or above. You want to be able to listen to the advisors that are teaching you how to grow your money, how to at least grow it at the rate of inflation or above in different ways. And if you're doing that, if your money is at the rate of inflation or above, then you are combating inflation. You are doing the right things for inflation. You are riding inflation out, because it will ease up, it will get better, but all these things, like I said, it's 10% what happens to you, 90% what you do about it. So when the world, there's very little when things happen in the world that we personally can do about it. It's how we react to it and how we handle it. That's what matters. And inflation is one of the things that's happening to us now. It might happen depending on your age, again, in your future. But it's how you combat it this time and what you're doing to work with it. If we sit there and we complain about it and we do nothing about it within ourselves, then we're losing. Because complaining about nothing has never solved the problem. Complaining about anything has never, ever solved the problem. So we definitely don't want to do that. This is Sherron, the Modern Savvy CPA, with my little 2 videos on inflation and how to combat it. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, feel free to give me a follow to get updated on new and upcoming episodes, and listen in every Tuesday and Thursday, where I teach you smart money habits so you can make better money choices with a financial goal focus.